Sending out an SOS. I've got the song stuck in my head. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Well, whoever. I don't think there's that many people in here, honestly. Maybe one if I'm lucky, but that is okay. Because today, now what I did the last time was I finished the narrative for. Hey, let's open the recent Great Princess Escape. Where did we? Wait a second. What the heck is Untitled? Click on the kitchen. I think I rejiggered the right, this is the original. I can delete that sometime. Reset. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. This. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. Hope that someone gets my message in a bottle. Yeah. Message in a bottle. Yeah. Sending out an SOS. I'm sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. I'm sending out an SOS. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'll do I don't know if I'll do chapter 10 the same way I did this with the narrative thing here in order to do my pages, but okay. So we'll be starting on chapter 10, but I am maybe I should say welcome to the stream here in the chats. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I don't know why I'm singing, 'cause I sing so bad. But we'll make do and hopefully the upgrade won't break anything. Okay, so I don't think it matters that much right now. Why? Well, okay, so we got one on Kick. Welcome, person on Kick. Um, Whoever you are. Uh, but I need to think about how to do these streams a little bit differently. Um, oh, so Grant Abbott, if you don't know who he is, he's a British dude that teaches how to do Blender. He's got a ton of tutorials on his channel. Grab it Media, Grant Abbott, cool guy. I have a few of his courses, and I just watched a recent video where he said how he'd start learning Blender if he was doing it in 2026. And I was thinking, yeah, I was like, yeah, I should probably still get on that because I'm gonna still be using Blender. I'm gonna be using Blender in the future, probably. Actually, I do have a kind of a want that I want to do for the game in Blender. Well, other than Grease Pencil is where I'm going to do my 2D animations if I ever get that far, which I don't know how likely that is. I know that I'm going to get this phase one, pass one done, or the event passes I call it. In fact, I'll probably do two passes each time on each phase because uh, I will be expanding the story out. I'll be expanding the number of pages, number of chapters and whatever. Um, when I get to phase two, and then phase three and phase four, and at some point I'll stop and say, this is enough here. But I'll be actually be getting to animation eventually, and but I'm thinking in the future, it's to be way in the future that I want to see if I can make all the environments 3D. I'm using Redot, which is a fork of Godot, and as soon as I upgrade, which I haven't, I'm still on 4.3, but that's all right. I'm still on 4.4 of Blender as well. So, anyways, I'm thinking my backgrounds are going to be 3D environments. So 3D environments that are textured to look like they're hand painted. So if I did it right, and I'm not saying I'm great enough to even do this. If I made a background or attempted something right now, it would probably look like crap. But um, my goal is to make it look like a cartoon background, like you would find in an animated short or feature. It looks like hand painted background, and then I want it to move when you move the camera. Of course, you'll see that it's in parallax, and you'll realize that it's actually 3D geometry with the paint style textures on it. So that way I have built-in kind of parallaxing when I'll be having a camera like you would in either an actual 3D game or a movie where it's an actual 3D space and you move it around and stuff. That'll actually the sprites will be billboarded. They'll be hand drawn, but they'll be billboarded. But I'll be able to place them in 3D space, and I'll be able to interact with stuff in 3D space. So it should be cool. But that's like that's like years from now. I'm not really hoping that it's going to take years, but my guess is going to take years. You know, shooting somewhere like 5 years from now or whatever, 5 years from now. I don't know how long subsequent phases are going to take. I just know that this is November, December, January, part of February, right? And then March. So if I get it done at the end of March, it'll be 5 months, and that's just for the initial pass. The narrative pass is going to take at least a couple months more. I don't expect it's going to take a lot more because all I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be rewriting it as a story. It's going to have everything in there, but I'm going to write the pages so it reads like a story. Event pass and the narrative pass, right? And then I can count phase one done. When phase one is done, then I go to phase two, and I do all the stuff there. I'll probably front load kind of the way I did it here in the sense that I just naturally started on with code and got the engine part working, and then started working on adding the game stuff to it. So I'll be adding code to. I think the next phase is to separate the navigational choices from the actual in room or in scene choices. And that shouldn't even take that long. That's a few lines of code. That's probably a week, maybe 2 weeks. If I'm not really that great a programmer, so it could take me longer. But I don't expect it to take more than 2 weeks. And then of course I'll be expanding the story, so I'll probably be adding a couple of chapters. Um, we'll just for instance, no reason, just kind of arbitrary, but um, well, let's say I add one chapter per phase, and I have 17 phases. So we're gonna have like twice as many chapters in the end, um, and plenty of pages in there. So there's gonna be a lot of extra. But if as far as expanding the story out, um, and that's the other thing, is the size of the story. Um, is if I add more, if I expand them out, well, I could expand the single chapters out too, couldn't I? I could do it that way, where the chapters remain the same, but they're just twice as big, or they don't have to be twice as big, but hey, that's a weird kind of a weird thought too. Maybe after everything is said and done, I won't need to expand the story out because originally originally it's going to be like 10 chapters, 10 segments of event beats. I was going to put a couple of decision points in there. I should have done that. I should have did 10 instead of 20. If I could have brought it down to 10, then this thing would be almost super short. And partly because um, how do I say it? Partly because I wouldn't even have as many decision points as I do now. If I have at least two, or if I have one per chapter, you know, um, then it would actually be twice as many. Um, I don't know how to say it, half as much. But anyways, whatever. Um, okay. So before I get started on this, there's a couple other things I need to do. Um, and I guess I shouldn't just talk to you like just to shoot the bull, you know. Not that I am, anyways. I'm supposed to be working on my game, but I need to set up a few things. Oh, what I was saying earlier is I may want to go through some Blender tutorials courses. There's a couple of courses that I bought from Grant Abbott, and I asked him if I could put them in the stream at some point, and he said yes. And of course, I told him that I'd be still following the fair use thing, and half the time wouldn't even be audio because I don't share the desktop audio usually. So I was just trying to assure him because even though I might go through a tutorial through a video or something, I don't want to be usurping because he charges money for those. Like the courses on GameDev.tv, they charge money for that. And um, So I don't want to like do too much. I don't want like you to have like somebody to be able to go watch them for free, you know, through my channel or whatever. You can't really do that anyways. Although luckily because it's not on YouTube, his stuff is on, like I said, on GameDev.tv. He does have YouTube stuff, so he's got some good YouTube tutorials. Actually, I think I asked him once before if I could do the tutorials on stream, and he actually let me back then. That was back in the 2019 days when I was going through a bunch of stuff. And but yeah, I want you to go to his channel or go to his Game Dev TV courses or whatever if you want to learn Blender. But I get to put him on the background maybe, or I can, I might go through a tutorial or two on stream. But I'm not going to do kind of like what I was doing before. I'm not going to go through like the whole tutorial, all the videos and stuff like that. Although I might like watch a video real quick and kind of go through it and like work on part of it, and then like maybe I'll only do 15 minutes or something. Because in reality, I don't need to spend all my time on the tutorials, doing little bite-sized pieces. Not only will it show you me learning stuff for the game I'm making, but also it'll kind of break up all the text, the text and the talking. I mean, I'll always talk, so if you're annoyed at my voice, you better not watch or listen, because I just talk up a storm. Okay. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you could fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. I know I sing horribly. It's actually what's funny is I'm not a singer by any means, but I'm not even saying it that about that ways. But the reason that I sing horribly is because I have a really narrow range. I mean, really bad. I can't go real high. I can't go real low. I don't have a deep voice at all. I don't have it. I can't even do my real high falsetto anymore. Like I did when I was a kid. Obviously, when you're a kid, your voice is higher. But so yeah, my is very narrow. So when I'm trying to do a tune or I'm trying to hit a note, um, it doesn't always come off because I can't go that high or low. I have to force it. So it sounds like I'm really like I'm tone deaf or something, which I'm not. I'm not saying I'm. What do they call those? Where they can perfect pitch. I guess it's that perfect pitch where you can like hear the. I guess perfect pitch though is when you can like match it. Man, my butt gets sore on this stupid chair. It didn't used to get as sore. I think part of it though was I had there's just like this cushion that has a vibration device in it so that you can kind of massage your back. And I never used the vibration portion of it, but I always have the cushion in there. Since I took it out, man, my tailbone is hurting sitting in this stupid thing. I do have a new chair, I have a new desk, but I haven't put it anywhere. Why? Because everything's so messy, and I got lots to do. I gotta make breakfast and dinner. I gotta I gotta do some cleaning, do some yard work. Um, you know, there's so much stuff I gotta do. This game, if I wasn't working on this game, I guess I could spend time just doing house stuff. I probably spend the rest of my life, rest of my dad's life doing house stuff. You know, but anyways, let's get back to the thing here. So it's quite all right if you leave if you pop out because right now I'm not doing a regular thing right this second. Okay, there's actually a few things that I need to do. So firstly is somehow I need to have a sort of a progress meter. I mean, you can when I say by chapters and I tell you I have this many chapters and whatever. Honestly, I should have all the chapters on a single page, but I don't. But like I could make a like when they do telethons, right? They make the meters. It looks like a thermometer, but it's usually the amount people have pledged, right? And so they fill it up the old-fashioned way. They used to do use a pen and paper. Sometimes you might do a fancy computer deal, and I'm thinking about uh, making a progress meter and putting it up, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. Uh, I suppose I could go and just like draw it, like literally draw it, and like fill it in with pencil, I could do that. I could use grease pencil to fill it in, or a GIMP or something. I don't know. Find a program, an app maybe that does a progress meter. What or something? Uh, let's do a lookup here. I'm not gonna explicitly use here. Let's actually open a new window. Window, and I'm not explicitly gonna use AI, but Brave Search will be there. And are there any progress meter display apps for Linux Mint? Okay, show real time. No, 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 that's not what I want. I said progress meter. I didn't say. No, no, I meant something I can fill out or change to show progress on a project. A progress meter, that's what I said. Yeah, um, I'm looking more for something I can display on stream. So when I finish a portion of my project, I can update it and people on stream can see it. I guess I am using AI. Sorry. That's the way it goes. Okay. It doesn't even need to be something that I have to overlay because I can just show it. That's, I could draw it. Maybe I should just draw it. Well, stage timer.io. What's that stage timer? Hmm. Yeah, I should have just looked up for a web app. Pricing. It's a progress meter. 210 a year. Free online progress here. Someone's doing it for NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, which is November, I believe. Hmm. It doesn't use images, straight HTML code. Unobtrusive loads faster. Hmm. I think it's HTML that you have to put in the page, though. Percentage. Yeah, that is off of a page. I mean, honestly, I should probably set up my web page, my web space. Uh, I should actually create a web page. I don't really have a web page per se. I mean, I do. Uh, actually got a couple web pages. They're WordPress sites, and I haven't updated them in ages. We're talking 10 years or longer, and so you can go look at them, but not really nothing there. I'd have to start from scratch. Maybe get AI to make me a web page for fun. That's not it though. There's like there's like egg timer. What's egg timer? Uh, that one, countdown timer. Um, let's say, uh, let's say a web a web page for a progress meter you can display. Um, sort of like how in time. What the egg? In fact, I even have this bookmarked. Copy. Uh, displays a countdown timer on a web page, preferably for free. Shoot, I should make that if somebody hasn't made that. A progress meter, and I could just do it for free. Free web-based progress meter displays you can use like egg timer. Ideal. Yeah, but that's a thing to download. Uh, adding and removing progress bars can track individual achievements. Settings page, number of collectibles, starting value, color. Progress overlay runs as a web server on the local machine. Access pages may go to the address of the machine with port offset 5000. We do localhost code 5000 to get settings page. The path is /settings. I mean, actually, this is probably ideal. I should probably think about this. I could use this probably, but really, I'm just looking for a web page. I'm not even looking for a kind of a local thing that I can set up on the deal. Egg timer, you just give it the time, or this would be just you just give it a percentage and it displays the percentage, and then that should be something I could create anyways. Let's see, Common Ninja. Pricing, I don't care. How much instances? 200 monthly page views. Projects. I don't know what that means, 200 monthly page views. Does that mean I can only have 200 people looking at my thing? I don't get it. I just want something to display that's free. Should make it, shouldn't I? I could just make it. I don't want something that you have that it's like, okay, no download needed. It says free. Okay, let's see what it. I mean, if it shows an advertisement, it shows an advertisement. That's not what I wanted. I don't want to create the. Oh, that's a video editor thing. Anyways, not quite like timer. There, I only have to put in a time, and something like this should only have to put percentage or whatever, and just display it. Okay, let's try that. Okay, 50%. That's fine. Focus bar, circle, steps, gradient bar. That's cool. Oh, yeah, but that doesn't, okay. There we go. I mean, I could almost just use this as is, I guess. That would probably work. Use the live preview directly in OBS as a browser source. Oh, well, that is what it's saying, though, isn't it? Right, though. It's weird. Okay. Uh, okay. That looks good. Okay, sure. Corner radius. Oh, I see. Can make it. Let's bring that back down. Get them as circular as possible. Let's cut the corner radius down a little bit. Like that. I guess I see. I guess I could just yeah. Progress bars. Designers, beginners, and coding, teachers, and students. The HTML file in a web browser. The interface will load automatically. Adjust the progress, move the slider. Change height, pick colors, live preview. Enter your website style sheet to implement customized progress bar. That's cool. Completely free. Yeah, you know what? I could just do that, right? So I could just change it. Brr, 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 brr. Something like that. I don't know. What do you think? Here, let's just bookmark this. And we'll just, I don't care if I'm showing the daily. Basically, the idea is just to give an idea of the actual progress. I was also thinking about doing drawing. I was thinking about, I could have something that I could download that I could just do it in fancily. Just hit like the funny bone in my finger or whatever. That's weird. Okay, anyways. Progress bar generator. What else does this webpage have on it? Let's look. Let's go look at that. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Free tools. Code generators, validators. How come templates, projects? Anyways, whatever. Whatever. Actually, let's look at home. Let's see what's on home. If it loads. Is it going to load? Interesting. UI elements. Yeah, let's turn off shields. Let's turn off. I don't care if they have ads. I just want to. I'm just. I see. Guided tutorials, professor grade starter kits, dev tools. Dev tools. Can I like click on anything? Animated text generated. It's box shadow. Progress bar. Wow. Hmm. Load more. Transform. See, this is box radius. It's color generator. See, this gradient generator. Interesting. Anyways, let's. I cut that out. Uh. Well, uh. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll bookmark this because I might do that later. Like I said, I gotta have my a web page. Maybe I should create like a new web page and everything, and I can have this stuff like this project meter and whatever. And right now, all of my quote unquote design stuff is I sort of hid the design documents stuff I forget why I did that though. Okay, like you go on my get if you go on my GitHub page, you just have the code in the project, which is all you need anyways for that. But I decided for some reason to not to put that information up on the deal. I decided to kind of leave it off of the GitHub repo. So Spire widget generator. Yeah. Okay. Shoot, I should still come up with a deal. And all it would be is it would be a simple. It probably just be a simple percentage. You know how egg timer is just it's basically all it is a timer and it's not. You don't have any fancy customization. It's just you give it the time. Now you can customize the time that you give it through the URL. So it should be something like that. You just put this progress meter uh and then maybe with the URL I could give um a little bit of customization, maybe not a lot, but maybe just a little bit, because egg timer just I mean it's just a timer, right? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see some here. Side project. It's been ages since I post karma. I got a ton of post karma for some reason, which is weird. I mean, I'm sure lots of people do though. Uh, yeah, but where or bar builder that app? Huh. Space width text bar fulfill round corners percentage. That's more or less what I was looking at. The other one that I just looked at is good, and this is also good. Class, progress bar. I don't know why. See. Hmm. Phase 1. Phase 1. And pass. I don't know what the headline's about. Here. And let's make the headline. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Interesting. Background. There we go. We like that better. What is CTA though about? Bar. Text. Oh, I see. Okay. What is CTA? CTA must be a button of some sort. I don't get what CTA is. Hmm. Hmm. What is CTA? I don't know. It's nice work. Okay. Submit. Side project. Let's see what's in side projects here. I know I'm kind of wasting time. I mean, I'm not really wasting time, but sort of in the way that wait a second. Let me see some here. What was that about? Oh, okay. This way. Subreddit for sharing and receiving constructive feedback on side projects. Also subreddit to get motivated, inspired to work on new projects. So please submit links to projects you find interesting. Main link. Use this format. Missing original ideas that aren't just another AI wrapper. If you're building something in 2025 that's not AI related, here's your space to self promote. Oh, I see. I don't know why it's taking so long too. Am I still streaming? Is everything still good? No drop frames. That's good. As far as I can tell, there's nothing funky going on. Okay. You can draw on Street View with friends in real time, build an AI. Show world clock, cheapest way to promote women only social app. No. Building a public proof of work platform. What is SaaS? It's just a thing that pops up with AI now. What is software as a service? Subscription. Yeah, it's a new like a new speak kind of thing, you know. Um, I don't need a CTA, right? This is just for the progress bar. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so we're 50% in, right? I guess, and I don't know if that's good enough. I'll put this on the bookmark too, and I'll just I'll pop both of those up, and I'll adjust them as needed. Um, because I'm essentially I'm 50% of the event pass. In other words, we just got just about 10 chapters completely done, and so that's halfway through. Let's see. I have to I don't know. I have to think of other things to make. Let's do the thing here. Let's I guess I guess Chat GPT. Let's see over here. We'll go ahead and maybe we'll start a new deal. Um, we'll copy this. I'll do a paste and I'll modify it. So let me see if it still reflects it. So if you check out the conversation in memory, I'm making an adventure game. In the final version, it's going to be a 2D fully interactive point and click graphic adventure. However, I'm making it in iterations, what I call phases. Something like 17 different phases. There might be 18 here soon. I don't remember what the 18th was going to be. I forget what I said I was going to. There's something else that I was thinking that I actually need to add into there, and I don't remember what it was. So I have to re-review my roadmap. That's interesting. If I can create a chart, how do I create a chart? Anyways, create a chart for my roadmap, and the roadmap might look like a roadmap, or it might have like these things all over the deal, and I could do them in like linear fashion, but like a line graph. Hmm. Shoot. If I decide to build a web page or create a new web page, like you might say, maybe I should have all this stuff in there. I should have a progress meter. It should have the roadmap up, not just on a thing, but actually on little link actual page, right? I kind of, I mean, I kind of figure out how to make a web page again with WordPress. You add pages and you have posts, and I could figure out again what I need to do. Maybe I'd have a regular blog page. I don't know if I do a blog page because I'm just doing the streaming every day, and I guess I could always put up my current progress in that, not just a progress like a page with the progress bars in it, but like actual text, like when I do my little end recording, if I could do it at some point in the day, and like type in what I did that day, basically. Craft in phase. Actual game. First phase using an adventure style game. There's no multiple endings, no dead ends, just one end. Decision points to allow the player reader to choose their response to give the player since well in this particular phase. So that right now it's just an interactive narrative, more or less. As far as the story is concerned, it's about a real life magic kingdom, vanished, using a readout engine. They're actually up to 26.1, which is essentially on par with Godot 4.5.2 at last check. I've been working since November 2024. I had worked on the version up until November 25 when I rebooted the phase. So originally I had 93 story beats, called story beats. I put decision points. It was taking forever, almost a year of work. Then when I originally planned to just make a short form, it ended up taking longer than I had, so I had to restart. So now I'm a quarter of the way in newly restored phase one. So now I am half of the way. Maybe it'll be finished by the end of March or sooner. But current phase one is organized in about 19 chapters, which are either character shifts. I'm in chapter. I'm working on chapters 8 and 10. Because they're on the same story arc. Dead Cells is a high schooler. I've never played Dead Cells, so I don't know. Current phase one is okay. So, felt compelled to start the conversation since the old one seems to be a bit sluggish, maybe because it's too long. Sluggish. That's my new word. Word of the day, sluggish. Please respond only in short, concise answers unless asked for an in-depth explanation. Also, don't offer to do anything extra after you've answered a question or gave some advice. Um, it, actually, you know what? Let's give an example. Uh, copy. Don't wait. I'll do anything extra. I don't know what I was saying here. Oh, don't offer to do anything extra after you bench. For instance, this was here's a snip of a conversation. Um, this, if you want next time type of thing, you can leave off. Thank you. Boom. Of course, it lists a bunch of stuff that I didn't ask it to list, but that's okay. We'll take it. That's what it be. Can I stop it from doing the little comedy lines? Um, could you could you also please dispense with the jokes and one-liners? It's fine to be light and a little bit witty in your speech, but please none of the excessive one-liners and jokes of the past. Thanks. Okay. Okay, so what was I going to ask now? I completely forgot what I was doing, what I was starting this conversation for. We were talking about the progress bars. I was thinking about a web page. Let me think. Let me think. Oh. So right now, I'd like to discuss some ideas. Okay, so I don't know if I put in that little summary, but I'm streaming my game dev every weekday in 2 parts, about 90 minutes each. There's nothing that goes into the making of the game that doesn't get shown in stream. Let's acknowledge. Okay, acknowledge. Yes. Okay. So I'm wondering if you can come up with some ways to keep. Okay, so basically at this point in the game, unintended, I'm mostly just writing a bunch of text and streaming my interactions with you or other chatbots about my game. So you could probably guess it might be kind of boring for viewers. This stage work is text-heavy, structural, iterative, can appear slow and eventful to viewers, even though it's meaningful progress. Watching decision trees, dialogue drafting, and planning conversations don't always translate into visible gaming momentum on the stream. For narrative first development, especially early phase with the foundations being laid. Okay. So, can you help me come up with some ideas about how to make things more visually interesting so when someone pops in, they don't immediately click off? Um, I'm not doing any real visuals, but I can always do pre-production style work, concept art, etc., character design, etc. Um, I'll say yet. I can do graphs and maps and things. So, thoughts and suggestions making the stream less boring. Okay, let's see what it says. I know I'm wasting this time. Part two, I'll actually work on the game. This way it was last week, and I guess it's going to continue on this week. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish the chapters. If I was just working straight on the chapters, I could probably finish them rather quickly. But I'm looking at people that's like coming in and then like leaving again, and um, the VODs don't get that many views, and I do understand people are busy and they got other stuff to do, and they have more fun things to do, even. But I want to at least add enough things. You know, it's like the progress bar. The reason I put the progress bar thing up is so that I can start showing some progress to anybody watching visually. You know, even though I'm just using the dashboard of some of these generators, which are meant to actually store code onto a web page of some sort, which I may end up using. But even though that's just kind of a lazy way of doing it, it'll still give you an idea. In other words, when I finish the next chapter, we'll say I have 20 steps in there, and so even though I haven't actually finished 10 total chapters, like number 10 would be the 10th chapter, I believe. So we got what was it, 1 through 6 and 16. 1 through 6. Okay. Then we got 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 16. Yeah. So actually, when that's interesting. Let's do something here. Let's bring up. Let's go to favorites. Let's go to. Let's pull up Redot. Redot. It's funny. Now, obviously, you can pronounce it any way you want. You can pronounce it redo, or redo, or, red dot or something if you want to. I pronounce it redot. And when I was watching the stream by a couple guys talking about it, redot, a couple of them pronounce it that ways. So even though they don't all pronounce it that ways, a couple of them did. So that means that I feel pretty good about still pronouncing it redot. You know, sometimes you feel weird. It's like the reason why I stopped calling it Godot, because I was thinking Godot when I read it. I wasn't thinking Godot. I don't have some sort of like French pronunciation thing in my head going, that's a silent and that's supposed to be soft there and whatever. But Godot. That's what it said. It said Godot. Remember GoBots? GoBots were actually before Transformers, and then Transformers, Hasbro, I guess, was Hasbro owned Transformers. They were always Hasbro, right? Hasbro bought out GoBots, and then they kind of integrated them, and then they kind of got rid of them. So, anyways, Godot, GoBot, Godot, whatever. So I call it Godot. So I thought that was cool. Anyways, let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Okay, so what do I do? Um, okay, so in a sense, we got 9, right? So we got 1 through 8. No, 7. 1 through 7. We've got 1 through 7. We got 9. That's 8 of them. And let's do this again. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Wait, is that right? One through 7. What did I just work on? 1 through 7 and 9. Right? 1 through 7 and 9. Uh, yeah. 1 through 7 and 9 and 16. So I got 10 of them done, right? So 10 chapters done already. So I'll go in and I'll update. When I get 8 and 10 done, I'll set it to 12 and so forth. So far I got half of it done. And we'll get back to the rest of it here soon. Keep a persistent canvas on screen. Miro, Excalidraw, Krita, even Godot's 2D view. Use it for character relationship diagrams, story arc, flow, faction or motive maps. Viewers instantly see structure, not just text. I got that. You can't really read it unless I zoom in on it, but I got that. I got the editor. I got the layout tool essentially, so you can actually see that. But maybe I should show that. Maybe what I should do is every time I start up, I should always go into Redot, and then I should go ahead and zoom out, show you what it looks like. See, all of this done. All of this is essentially about halfway, right? That's 10 chapters worth. There's 1, 2, and then there's, you know, right. Wait a minute. That's 7. This 1 through 7. That's 7 of them. That's 8. That's 9. So I got 9 of them done, not 10 of them, but that's all right. 10 right. As soon as I finish chapter 8, I'm sorry, I was so sleepy. I did go to bed at a decent time tomorrow, or last night. but I'm still all laggy and messed up. I still wake up in the middle of the night, and just because of my sleep schedule is so screwed up, and I'm gonna stop doing that here. And last night was the first time I actually went to bed at sort of a decent time. It was still later than normal though, so I have to still have to work on that. Okay, so let us. Anybody nobody's talked on the stream? Okay, good. Um, so every day, every time that I come in here, I'm gonna show you the progress, and then I'm gonna show you the progress bars, and then whenever there's some new chapters done, we'll update the progress bars. So I kind of got that covered. That's all right, right? Rough concept art. Fast, messy sketches, silhouette of characters, location, shapes, costume, shape, language, roughness, signals, progress, not polished. Yeah, like I said, my drawings are terrible because of my lack of pen control, stylus control. Create small panels showing location, color palettes, emotional tone per chapter, warm, bold, bright, dull, before and after Enchanted Lands, Kingdom versus Resort. This reads instantly to new viewers. Okay, got it. World map, even if it's wrong. Simple map, Enchanted Lands, closed attractions, no-go areas, disappearance clusters. You can revise it later. Viewers like seeing world logic emerge. Okay, so that is the map thing is where I have had a little bit of problem, sort of. Uh, yeah, what's the not Excel, it's this trees board here. Oh, that's right. This is to create a map. Oh, I'll use this to create a map too, I think. Clearing up a tree, forest path, north of house. I get it. Edit room details. Okay, so yeah, generate code from map. Can export your map to various adventure game development systems. YAML, feature development pipeline, code is generated for your rooms, connections and objects, and feed straight to your compiler. Read more. Interesting. I can look at. This is cool. This is okay. This is a review here. I see. While that's okay as far as Uncle Zebulon's Will. Let's play text adventure. Humbug is a text adventure game created by Graham Cluley in 1990. It was Cluley's second and final text adventure following uh, Jacaranda Jim and gained widespread attention when it appeared on the cover disc of PC Plus magazine, December 1990. You play Sydney Wintershins, sent to your grandfather's crumbling estate at Addervist Manor for the Christmas holidays. Upon arrival, you discover your grandfather mysteriously caught in an unwakable slumber. Lurking in the shadows is Granddad's evil neighbor, Jasper Slake, a particularly sadistic dentist who is after the manor. Your quest: uncover the secrets hidden of a hidden time machine, find buried treasure, save the estate, and wake your grandfather from his enchanted sleep. Read more. Okay, let's read that. Okay, good. We have an idea here. Actually, um, it's almost time for my break. I know I realize I didn't do that much, but it's just because all I'm doing is I'm kind of setting up. I'm trying to figure out and come up with things that will make this more interesting. And so, in order to do that, I got to make time to do it. So something's got to give when I do that. I could just like not do any of this stuff on screen and just do the stuff that I'm figuring out off screen, and then leave the on screen for the game and stuff. So maybe. Um, the game features over 200 interactive objects filled with quirky characters, including an octopus performing rituals and a clockwork shark. Strategy Plus magazine praised it as the most entertaining text adventure since Famicom's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, noting its optimum balance of challenge, charm, silliness, and sophistication. While considerably more challenging than Jack Around a Gym, the game maintains a playful, witty tone throughout. Graham Cluley, now better known as cybersecurity expert and blogger, placed Sunbug in the public domain in 1997. Make it free to download and play. Here's the map. Okay. Free to download and play. Archive.org. Okay, I remember that because maybe I would do this. Okay, so here is the map. The manor grounds, back garden, hen house, yard. Yeah, I guess I can do when I make when I'm okay. So when I build my map, I can just build my map like here, and we'll open it in Trizport. Here, open this map directly. Uh, that didn't work. That just did the little there. So that's kind of too bad. It doesn't actually load in. Maybe it's not there. Huh, weird. GitHub. Let's check out his repositories. Trizport, Hornet's Nest, benchmarks. Hazelnut Jones, Easter egg hunt. Oh, I see. Oh. Let's see. I'm not even signed in for some reason, which I don't know why, but let's follow this guy. Trizport. Why is it saying tweet now? See, that was a part of the weirdness yesterday. So part of the weirdness now of not being loading up this morning was that it reverted from post to tweet, I guess. Looking at Trizport, and I was on the page that it showed the map of what was the name of the game though? Humbug. Only what loads up is whatever map I was working last. Didn't actually load the Humbug map into Trizport. Um, Is there a way I can do this? Are there any existing maps that can read? What I was working on last. Okay, let's just post that. Hopefully he'll see it. Yeah, this is very kind of normal stuff. Okay. I'm making dark fantasy movies with our cats. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Awesome. I wonder if he's using Sea Dance or whatever you call it. Oh, poor kitty. Okay. Anyways, I'm not gonna go into X here. Okay. Anyways, it's okay though. That's right. So I was gonna use it for maps. So visually, okay, so I can start making maps, and I will start doing that probably. Um, yeah. Okay. So what I was doing before, and when I get back to the layout tool, I do the story, the actual game part, which is not just the story. It'll be the story right now, but the game stuff that's not coding, and then the other part would be the coding. Now, if I introduce a third thing in here, which is some design thing, right? I don't know. Maybe I could structure it in a particular like part or episode where I show a map, maybe whatever I'm working on at the time, and I show a map of that area. I create a map of that area, and then maybe I work on some of the stuff, and then maybe I work on some characters or something. It'll make it. I don't know. Make it like a lot slower to make though. That's the only problem. The only problem is it'd be too slow to make, or slower to make. Um, we are going to. Okay, I'm gonna close that one. Uh, okay, so I guess I have to quit now for the break. So I guess I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in an hour. And we'll continue on. Maybe I will do some actual work on the game, which I'm supposed to do anyways. But I got more of the stuff to explore, right? But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do any of this stuff on stream. Maybe I should only do the game stuff on stream. So I don't know. I'm kind of doing this kind of willy nilly so that if someone comes in today, they don't get bored by the tech stuff, anyways. Anyways, so yeah, we'll call this week as sort of willy nilly. In other words, I might not get 8 or 10 done this week either. Maybe I'm not saying that I won't because I still have the full week. You know, I might just try to plow through it, plaster, blast through it or whatever. But we'll see. Today we'll just talk up today as sort of a anything goes day kind of thing. So thank you for watching part one. See you in an hour.